Get ready for the smackdown. Get ready for the smackdown. How you gonna react when you're put in your back now? Cause there's no turning back when you're facing the smackdown.
Alright guys, my running kid, welcome to section 20 of my fantasy fights. This is the third volume of all requests. No fights in here, mine, all requests. So let's get into the first fight for section 20. We picked Shang-Chi from Marvel Comics versus WildCat from DC Comics. So we have Shang-Chi versus Mr. Ted Grant. This should be good. This was created by Mr. Emerald 123. So let's kick it off, shall we? First off, let's start with Shang-Chi, the master of Kung Fu. It's kind of funny that they use that. They use that when he's pretty much a master of many styles, but he's so in tune with that style is kind of what they say. But Shang-Chi is one of the greatest martial artists in the Marvel Universe. This guy has been training in the art of combat since he was a boy. He stayed away from everybody. His crime lord father would just have him train diligently day after day after day because he was molding him into becoming the greatest assassin. Unfortunately, that changed. Basically, guys, Shang is the Marvel Bruce Lee. That's pretty much all he is. Just Bruce Lee in the comics. So that's how you think of Shang. He has crossed paths with many individuals in the Marvel Universe, people that you think, for a guy who has really no technical powers, he should be getting beat. But no, he has taken it to pretty much every superpowered foe he has come up against. Hell, he is the one who trained Spider-Man in the art of Kung Fu and even helped Spidey create his own martial arts style, the Way of the Spider. Shang is at peace with himself. He is an Avenger. Thank you, Hickman, for doing that. He is a good philosopher too. He truly knows the human body so well, and his own body so well. He's just a force to be reckoned with. Shang is one of the greats that is starting to diligently get his spotlight, and I'm loving it. So that's a little bit about Shang-Chi. So we move on to his combatant in this, and here's one of my favorite DC characters. Ladies and gentlemen, I give you Mr. Ted Grant, aka WildCat. Classic character, came out in the 40s actually. WildCat, as you all know, is a member of the JSA pre-52. He was inspired by Alan Scott and Jay Garrett, and took up the don, the costume that he wears now. Professional boxer. He killed a man in the ring, actually. Unfortunately, it was because of his manager spiked his boxing gloves with a needle, and it killed the guy. I'm not sure what was in the needle, but it killed him. And so Ted donned the costume that you see now, and pretty much went to find the people responsible. But he was inspired by the stories of the original Alan Scott, the original Green Lantern, and became a superhero to clear his name. WildCat also serves as a mentor to some of the younger heroes. He trained Batman and Black Canary in the art of boxing. Now, despite he looks old, he looks like an old man and things like that. Believe it or not, WildCat doesn't move like a young man. He doesn't move like a young man. He hell damn near don't feel like a young as an old man. I keep saying, what was I said, young man. Besides the art of boxing, which he's really skilled at, considering he's been considered the world's greatest boxer, he's also mastered several martial art styles as well, from Muay Thai to Aikido to Capoeira, and even Krav Maga, which is a martial art style that the Israel army uses, which is really kind of cool. It's like a offspring of Muay Thai. But like I said, he has trained the likes of Batman, Barbara Gordon, Mr. Terrific, even Black Canary, and even Superman in the art of boxing. Now, as well as Ted is able to, just like Shang, he's able to, he can read body movement. He can read people and predict an opponent's movement and where to strike and where to hit, things like that. What other thing is also, Ted has extra lives, actually. And this was actually shown one time in, I'm forgetting the comic, but there was one time he was with Power Girl, the Crimson Avenger, and Ted was shot like several times and he did not die. And that was really revealed that he has endless lives, pretty much. And that's kind of, in a sense, it gives us a reason why his son Tom Bronson is a metahuman, so kind of gives that off. And but all these powers were pretty much, if I'm not mistaken, they were granted to him by I think Zatara or somebody like that. I'm trying to remember. I can't really remember. But like I said, his body ages, but it ages really slow now, and he moves, and even though, like I said, he looks older, he has the body pretty much and strength of a man in his 20s. So, you know, he's seasoned, but not so. But Ted is a good character. He's one of my favorites, guys. Actually, one of my favorite DC heroes. Like I always say, don't knock the seasoned, those older guys, because Ted will take you to school, definitely. So let's go into the battle breakdown. I'll give you my diagnosis on this fight, as always. This would really be interesting, because in a sense, this would be like two great warriors going at it, but in a sense, they're not gonna quickly make a move, because I can tell you right off the bat, Shang would look at Ted and look at him and be like, this guy is good. Ted would be the same way. So it is really gonna come down to not just skill and experience. It's gonna come down to who knows the human body better, in a sense. Battle tactics, where to hit, where not to hit. I don't see these two guys killing each other, but it's gonna be in a form of who will learn their opponent quicker. That's the way I look at it. Knowing one's opponent. But this would be definitely a very, very, very good fight. Honestly, I might have to say I probably will give it more, I would say maybe slight. It would edge, Shang would edge out the victory. I'm saying Shang-Chi. On account of, though Ted has trained, but I don't remember Ted training as crazy as Shang does. So I'm saying Ted may win this. That's just me. But that's just me. I said Shang. What I said Ted. I say Shang will win over Ted slightly, but I will see Shang will have so much respect for Ted and vice versa that they probably become good friends, like almost like sparring buddies, like probably be good friends, but also the best of rivals in a sense, kind of like Ken and Ryu in a sense. But that's just the way I look at it. So I'm saying Shang slightly edge out Ted Grant. But what do you guys feel? Shang-Chi from Marvel Comics or Ted Grant from DC Comics? And I hope you guys enjoyed this fight. Thank Mr. Emerald123 for this fight, for the kickoff fight for Section 20. Man, Section 20. I can't believe I got to 20 sections already. I'm in. But yeah, thank you for watching, guys. And you guys know the slogan: battle on.